What's up, it's Miles with the Minimum, back again with another video on this fine Thursday. And I missed you guys last week, but let me just go ahead and tell you guys I was just not feeling up to the video, and I just want to make sure that if I'm not in a good place mentally or like physically, I just don't want to force myself to ever like put out something that I don't have to. It was definitely a tough decision, but I was talking to my siblings about it, and they were just, they really helped me get through that. I was just, like I said, not in a good place to post a video, but here I am back again on another Thursday with another video for you guys. And in today's video, as you can see by the title, I'm just going to be addressing some things that have been bothering me for the longest. But yeah, if you ever have anything you want me to talk about, or if you ever want to reach out to me, go ahead and follow my Instagram here. It's just for my YouTube, so if you ever have anything you want to, or if you have any questions, or like I said, if you have anything you want me to post, any ideas, go ahead and follow my Instagram and let me know there. I don't have my community tab set up yet, but anyway, let's go ahead and get on into today's video. So first, I wanted to address the culture today and how we always feel the need to upgrade our phones and get new devices just for the sake of them being new. I just wanted to take a step back, because I used to be one of those people, like as soon as a new phone or like as long as it was new, I just wanted it. And we just have to take a step back and think about how expensive these prices are. I know the newest iPhone, I believe that's $1,000 plus. I mean, I don't have any Apple products, but I know it's something like that. What do I have right now, and how can it get me through the day? Like, a lot of people don't even have access to the technology we have, complaining about having a year-old phone, or even if it's 2 or 3 years. I just think about that. And let's also make sure not to make fun of people who don't have the luxury of just being able to go out and buy a new phone or buy a new tablet. Like, it's expensive. It's a lot of money. And I mean, for me, this phone I have right now that I'm filming with, I feel like it can last me for another few years, I'm sure. So yeah, I really don't need a new device, and I really would encourage people to be mindful about just getting something because it's new. I also do realize that there's a lot of companies that kind of make it like a requirement to upgrade to a new device, but I feel like as consumers, we definitely have the power in our hands to, say enough is enough. So yeah, like I said, I would definitely encourage people to think about where their money is going, and where that $1,000, $900, how you could, use that to spend elsewhere, because that is a lot of money. Next is something that has been bothering me ever since high school. I've never understood how people, they'll ask for your number, right? They'll ask for your Snapchat, your Instagram, and then in real life, they never talk to you. Am I the only one who doesn't understand that? Like, I was talking to someone about this not too long ago, and they were like, oh yeah, and it's like, I haven't heard anyone really speak on this, but I just really wanted to vent my frustrations, because I'm in college right now, and there's a lot of people, they want to make group chats and want to ask for your number, they want your socials and all of that, and that's nice and all. We don't, and let me clear this up. So we don't have to be best friends just because you ask for my number or my Instagram, but it's like, like, we're never gonna speak at all. Like, when I see you, like, physically, like, in the same environment, in the same classroom, I think it's something to say about our, not to sound like an old person, say about the times we live in, how people are just so much more comfortable speaking on the phone, and how people, they're not looking for that face-to-face interaction anymore. Or I get it, if you're shy, you might want to ask for someone's number, or if you're trying to get to know someone, you might want to follow them first, which is smart, but we shouldn't lose, the ability to talk to people and connect with them. But that's all I'm going to say on that one. I just don't understand how people can ask for your number and ask for like your social media stuff, and never talk to you in person. Now, moving on to, well, speaking of being online and everything, I wanted to talk about this new age of shopping online. It's for the most part, it's pretty convenient to shop online, but I feel like it's been getting really bad, especially with, you know, high demand items. And that's always been the case. If something is in high demand, of course it's going to be hard to get. But what's so frustrating now is that when stuff is in high demand, there seems to be people who are like cheating to get it, people who are like going around the system to get the things. And what I mean is people who are like buying things in bulk, especially things that are really hard to get, and reselling them for like outrageous prices. Like the most recent example is, I was trying to get these shoes, y'all. They dropped, I'll show them right here. But it was these, it would have been my first pair of Air Force Ones. Like, I don't have a pair yet, but anyway, they dropped on October 12th, and at 9 a.m. I was on the Nike app. They already had my size and my card information in there. I was ready to get these shoes, and as soon as 9 a.m. hit, I was pressing the button, network error, can't accept your payment. And then after about 30 seconds, I just realized I was not getting these shoes. And then, you know, you look online, you go on YouTube, and you see people with, you know, 5 pairs, 10 pairs, 20 is some people, and it's like, I just wanted one. And another example would include, you know, the situation with the PlayStation 5s. Like, I was fortunate enough to be able to get mine through Amazon, but I know a lot of people are still searching for theirs. That a lot of people, still don't even have their PlayStation 5s, but yet you still see some of these YouTubers and some other people who are, you know, buying them in bulk somehow, and they're able to resell them, and they're reselling them on eBay and all these other sites for, you know, double, triple the price. And it's just, I don't really have a solution. I'm not a tech wizard, but something needs to be done. And also another example, you know, I work at a furniture store, and people are literally, you know, coming to our store, buying things in bulk, and then just reselling them for prices that aren't affordable. Something needs to change. Somebody needs to do something about this, because it's ridiculous, I feel. Now this one might be kind of controversial. I can already, you know, hear people typing in the comments about this one, but the whole "this is me" like slogan, that whole phrase, it's a cop-out at some point. And let me explain. So as people, as humans, I feel we have a limitless like capacity to grow and learn new things and always improve ourselves. But if you're always just gonna say "this is me" when someone challenges you about something you're doing, then that's just, like I said, "this is me," it's a cop-out. Or anything similar to that term. Like, for example, if you drink excessively, or if you know, have a bad habit of like interrupting people, and you're like, "oh, you know, this is me," it's like, okay, is that all you're gonna be? Just the person who interrupts people all the time, or the person who always has to drink a lot? Like, don't do a disservice to yourself and just say "this is me," and you're just enabling yourself. And if there are people around you who are just saying like "this is you, this is who you are," then I believe you're also doing a disservice to yourself when you're keeping people around you who are just encouraging you with behavior that is not like becoming. And I want to emphasize, I'm not telling people not to be themselves, but at the same time, like I said, we should always be striving to improve. We should be striving to do better. But when you say "this is me," it shouldn't be a defense mechanism, right? You shouldn't be so quick to say that anytime somebody challenges you about something. Like, my last thing that I'd like to talk about is this whole idea that once you turn a certain age, you know, within you being 18 to 20 years old, you're supposed to move out. Like, you're just supposed to figure it out all on your own. And I just don't agree with that way of thinking. For me, I'm fortunate enough to have very loving and caring parents, and they're wanting to help me, you know, throughout my journey, throughout everything I'm doing. But for people who think that as soon as their kids turn a certain age, that they just got to find some way to get out the house, like, I just feel like that is so toxic. You should want your child to succeed and to be great, and I feel like if you prematurely just send them out to do their own thing, that's a recipe for disaster. And hey, some kids thrive in adversity. Some kids are resilient. They can do their own thing. They can learn, or some kids have like a financial, like they're set. But that's not the case for everyone. But basically what I'm trying to say is it shouldn't be considered normal to just or get rid of your kids when they turn a certain age. You know, parents should be asking, like, are they mentally prepared to be on their own? Are they physically prepared? You know, are they, you know, spiritually prepared? We should be asking those questions before we just, you know, you should be asking, as a parent, you should be asking those questions. But basically, I'm just saying, like, yes, we should strive for independence, like that. I'm not saying keep your kid inside as long as you can, because I do think at some point, you should start looking at, like, you know, building your own life and building your family, or whatever it may be. But as parents, I feel like you should be more patient and more understanding. Like, if you're not ready, you're simply not ready. Like, there's no point in just forcing people out for the sake of doing it, or because you feel like you've done all you needed to do, or you're trying to, you know, have that vacation time or have that time for you and your partner. Like, no, like, that's your kid. You should want them to feel comfortable, and you don't have to. You don't have to be with them every step of the way. Like, some stuff you just got to figure out on your own. But I just don't agree with the idea of, you know, having to do things the hard way if you don't, you know, have to do it the hard way. You know, parents are supposed to be there to guide you and, you know, help you. And yeah, I don't think that's the right way of doing it. Just expecting people to know how to pick up things on their own. So there y'all have it. Those are a few of the many things that have been bothering me. If you guys want a part 2, or like I can continue this, but it's kind of along the lines of the unpopular opinions, except I'm not sure these are really unpopular opinions, so I want to be careful that I don't just label everything unpopular opinions when, you know, generally people would agree. But yeah, let me know, and let me know if you agree or disagree with anything I'm saying. Like I always say, I'm always down for a conversation. I love engaging with people. But yeah, let me know down in the comments, and also remember to like, comment, and subscribe. That definitely helps me a lot. That helps spread my videos, you know, throughout YouTube. That feeds the algorithm, as, you know, people say. But that does it for today's video, and that is all. I hope you guys have a good one.